One of the things that you may be thinking in this really tough hiring market is, how do I stand out, especially when there are so many people competing for the same jobs? And of course, the answer is the same today as it was at any point in human history. It comes down to relationships. So let me show you a couple ways to find people on the inside and get in touch in the best possible way. So let's imagine you want to get a job at LinkedIn. So you come over here and say, hey, I'm going to look at everyone who's inside LinkedIn. And one of the cool tools that not many people know about is inside every single company page, and this is true for LinkedIn and Google and the United Nations, is there's this People tab. It's basically a company directory of everyone on the inside, and you can sort and filter to your heart's content, kind of like the alumni tool on your alma mater's page. Here you could say, okay, I want everyone who went to the same school that I did, so we'll put in like Johns Hopkins, and then we'll say, I want people who studied the same things that I did, because that maybe give me an extra advantage, extra things to talk about. So maybe I say mathematics, and how about statistics as well? And what you discover when you come down here is you've got all these connections on the inside. Aha, even the COO coming from a very similar background. So you click on Dan Shapiro's profile, and what you're going to say is, okay, there's got to be ways to get in touch. Now, obviously I could message him, but now I'm going to have to pay LinkedIn 30 or 50 bucks a month just for premium. I don't want to have to do that. I'm looking for a job. I could also go to more, I could go to connect, I could add a note, but I'm limited to like 200 characters a month, and it's just really painful. Plus, the bottom line is, we have no idea how often Dan is checking his LinkedIn inbox. Maybe as a busy COO, he's actually in his work email a whole lot more. So we got to find a way into his email. A couple ways we could do it. We could come to ChatGPT. We could say, what is the email format for LinkedIn.com? In other words, what's the pattern that this company uses? And they can go out there on the web and start to gather, okay, maybe the most common pattern is this or that, and we can use that to guess. So first initial, full last name. Or we can use tools like Scrap right here at the top of my Chrome extension that basically just figure out the email and validate it automatically. So we're off to the races. Except there's even one way that's even more better, which is the true strength of LinkedIn. It is the mutual connections. So the fact that we know all these people in common means why go in cold when it could be introduced by Crystal or Gunnar or any of these other folks. So bottom line, just know that there's always connections out there, no matter where you studied, what you studied, where you want to work. But you got to take advantage of them, and you got to connect in the best possible way that gives you the best chances. All of these tools are free, but it's up to you to use them. Good luck out there.